What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jordy B. I'm back at it again. Work been rolling in left and right. So, like I said, I'm gonna revamp the channel this season. New year, new season, and same content pretty much. I'm just gonna do things a little different. I'm gonna have little episodes, and I'm gonna do a little bit more how to show you guys how to do some certain things. Not step by step, but if you got any kind of automotive knowledge, I will show you different things. Should be able to accomplish things yourself. With that being said, we got a lot of junk going on around the shop. We got a few little upgrades to my car, which we will get a walk around for all the new subscribers. Probably not today in this video, because this video is, as you read, we got the 1986 T-Type back in for some upgrades, and this car doesn't get driven at all. And when I mean it just sits outside underneath a cover. He does little things every now and then to it, fixing it up. But this car hasn't been driven on the street in like 20 years, guys. But for the shape of it, it is perfect to redo. So with that being said, I'm gonna get this turned around, and we're gonna talk about what this car has, and what we're gonna do to it. And I'm gonna try to help him out a little bit and fix some little issues, and see where we can get him going. You know, just trying to help him out. So here's the 1986 T-Type. So you see the car is black, but I don't believe this is a WE4 car. I mean, yeah, WE4 car. It's hard for me to tell because the trunk's been changed. And matter of fact, I know it's not. If I'm not mistaken, all the WE4 cars still came black. This car, it was not originally a black car. This was a white car. This car was a white T-Type. But it did have bucket seats, console. Interior, it's a little rough. It's not bad, I have seen. I'm not sure how good the seats are underneath here. Yeah, they're gone. They're shot underneath these. The last time I had this car, I did vacuum it out and everything. I think it does need floor pans. Here's the back shot. So it needs a whole interior redo. Door panels is shot. But this car runs amazing to not be driven in 20 plus years. Yes, it has its little quirks, a little up and down idle and stuff that will come with driving the car. But let's see, I think I got the keys here. Now I do have this door panel off, which is one thing that I have to do to this vehicle, is we're gonna put new door windows in it. I mean power window in it. And I'm gonna do both sides because this side doesn't work at all. This side only goes down halfway. Not sure about that, but I'm gonna pull the motor. We got new motors. I can't see anything wrong with the regulator, guys, but in this video I will show you the easiest way to change the motors in these doors. It's kind of foolproof, but I will show you later on in this video after we do this walk around. And this applies for both sides. I'm not going to show you how to pull the door panel off. It's super easy, but I will show you how to get the bolts out without struggling for these motors. So with that being said, let's get a start up on this thing. Then we'll go in the hood. That's how good this car starts. Now she's still got a little bit of white smoke that goes away once it's been running. But this is the first startup since he brought it to me 2 days ago. I'm gonna be honest with you, that's really good for a car that hasn't been driven in 20 years, just starting up every 5 to 6 months in the yard. And as you can see, this thing hasn't been on the road since 2010. Alright, so I did put a new gas tank in it last time I had it, just so he could get it back running. So he does have a new gas tank in here and a Walboro 255 fuel pump. So he does have all that's brand new. That was done about a year ago. And then we're coming underneath the hood, and of course it has the 3.8 liter in it. It does have some work done to it, some from what I was told, it has a cam, has a precision turbo on it. I couldn't tell you what size it is. I haven't really tried to find out, but I'm gonna do that in later times. The car is front mount intercooled, so as you see, there's no intercooler down there. Another thing we had to do to get this thing just back running was a new mass airflow sensor. I really recommend for him to put a math translator on this thing, but this is what he wanted to go with at the time, so that's what we went back with, which a remanufactured one. I forgot where he got it from, so I stuck that on. We got this thing back running. Once it runs and relearns itself, it does run better than what it's running right here, guys. I do know he wants to go to the TR6 coil, a lot better coil. But what it's in for, like I said, is the door, the power window motors. And last time I had it, we switched this car from, he had no brakes at all. That's why he wouldn't drive it for almost 10, 15 years, is he had a Power Master up here. So the solution at the time was, and what I was running on my vehicle, was manual brake system. So that's what we got here, is a manual brake setup. And it works fine, don't get me wrong, but everyone's accustomed to power brakes now. So after I've done all the R&D and research, he's opted to go with a power brake system that's like on my vehicle. It's not the stock G-body system, but it's still vacuum and it works great, and I love it on my vehicle. And if you watch the next video or next couple of videos, you'll see, if I haven't already done this one, what that setup's gonna look like. It's a little bit nice, neat, cleaner, but we're gonna get this switched over. But this is all brand new. He didn't even drove it with this on it. He just backed it off, put it in the yard, and he hasn't even drove it on the street. So he just wants to go ahead and go power. So that's a brand new unit there. We'll probably just hold on to that, and if we come across something else, we may stick it on that. I would love to find a Buick Regal shell, because I want to do a turbo V6 drag car. So I don't need any interior, I just need a good body, a good shell. So if you guys know where one is at, let me know. I can stick the manual brake setup on something like that. This is the car. It's a little up and down. I don't know what chip is in it. Maybe we'll get a video of pulling computer, find out what prom is in it. So I don't know, man, but the car is overall straight as an arrow. It's solid. Of course, it needs a repaint now. So he bought this car 22 years ago, and took it straight to the paint shop and had it painted black. I guess he was trying to recreate the Grand National, or he wanted a look-alike, so that's what he done. But the car is originally white, that's why it has the chrome bumpers and stuff. Now this paint's just been sitting out in the weather, and this is what it looks like now. It's not too shabby, but you know, you got your hood's gone from sitting in the sun. You got places missing, paint's like came off. So with that being said, these Grand National wheels are actually the stock ones from my vehicle. He bought them from me, and he wanted to put them up here and get the turbine wheels off of it. So that's where the wheels came from. And this is pretty much it. Would be perfect for someone who want to redo one, because this car is drivable. Runs, drives, has a built transmission in it. Not sure about the gear in the back. It's probably still 342, but it does have a built transmission. Not far. I don't know how extensive it goes, but I can tell it definitely has a shift kit from knowing how to rebuild these and how it shifts and hits. It does have something done to it. I can't tell you if it's got billet input shaft and all that stuff, but I do know it has billet servo and stuff like that, things I can tell from the outside. But with that being said, I don't want this super too long, but I want to give you a walk around of the car. We'll probably try to get a driving video of going down the road in it real fast, and then I'm going to show you guys how to get the bolts out to change the window motors. Alright guys, so we're on the chest rig, and I might be a little wobbly, so just bear with me. But something I want to show you guys, because I knew this car was gonna be sitting up, is I put this in this car the last time I had it. A lot of things I do for the customers, I just do them just because I like to try to preserve these cars. This is a moisture eliminator, and you can buy these from Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Walmart. They're only like $1, guys. If your car is going to be sitting up inside or outside, buy you a couple of these and just put in your floorboard. Now this car is under a cover, so I can't say water came through the window, but look at the water moisture that it pulled out this car. Now this is probably a year's worth or 8 months worth since I had the car. I think it's been about a year. But look at the amount of water. I hope you guys can see that I pulled out of this car by just putting one of these in there. Typically I put 2 in a car if I know if it's going to be sitting up, to keep moisture out from underneath the dash or panels. I mean, it probably doesn't stop at all, but look at all that water. That water can do some damage to a car that's going to sit up in a garage, out of garage. The only way you probably get away from it is probably in a climate control garage. But I just want you guys to see how much water I pulled out of this car. And I'll probably buy a couple more and put another one in it. I'll just set that there. So we're going to drive this car down the street. Nothing crazy. And we're going to get a baseline on the brake system. Like I said, I know the brake system's brand new, but it is manual. So we'll always try to get a let's see, can I get you guys. Now, one thing I did find is the map sensor was not plugged up. So now it's having a little hard time starting, but it will start. Let's see. Okay. And you got to have a map sensor to run. I just had it running a second ago after I plugged it up. Okay, so I'm not sure. Put the seat up, so. Now I'm holding my foot on the gas, but yeah, she don't even want to idle by herself now. So maybe he has a bad map. I'm not sure. Oh, wow. But you definitely need your map. And steering wheel feels pretty good. Power steering feels pretty good. Now I have another map sensor, 2-bar. I'm pretty sure it's a 2-bar in here. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. So we're on the way. Let's see if we can. Let me get this static out of here. I guess I could just turn it down. I may be better off just take you guys off this and let you guys see what's going on. So, heading on down. We're gonna see how this thing runs. Oh yeah. So you gotta have a little bit of muscle in your legs for this one. But okay. Shifts really good. Car shifts really good actually. Super far with it, but I'm go down here to the corner and turn around. As y'all saw, the tags are out like a mug. There you go. And the typical, you gotta wait till it warms up for it to go in overdrive. So yeah, these brakes are a little tough. Proportionate valve may be a little different, and she just cut off on me. So I got to figure out what's going on with that. But let's see if we can get this bad boy back started and get it home. I believe it has a bad map. Let's see here. Pretty sure it has a bad map because I hooked the vacuum line back up and it does not want to run on its own. Basic drive, and I'm not gonna get into it or anything because I know the map is jacked up. But it drives good, guys. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you. It drives super good. Handles well. Drives really, really good. And as you see, it runs good. I just got to figure out what's going on with this map at idle. Maybe I need to turn the throttle up a little bit because I'm having to hold my foot a little teeny bit. But it runs good. But we'll figure out what's going on with it. That's one thing it didn't come in for. I don't even think he knew the map sensor was unplugged. But, well, the vacuum line wasn't going to it. Let me put it that way. It was plugged up, but the vacuum line wasn't going to it. So, with that being said, that's something I'll probably go ahead and fix for him. And more than likely, I won't even charge him. I'll figure out what's going on it. A lot of things I kind of do for customers, it kind of bites me sometimes with certain customers. But it helps me with R&D and helps myself in the long run. Let's see. So it's idling now, a little bit. Maybe a bad map. We'll get it changed out and we'll see what he got going on. Yeah, because it's not running. It's not happy right now. It's not happy. So I'll probably switch the map out. I know I've got a good 2-bar turbo tweak map, I believe. I'll switch it out with, see how it works. Good thing is I don't have to, I can just plug it in and see how this thing works real fast. And we may do a video on that, guys. I'm trying to bring you guys more videos, even if they're short. But we're gonna stop yapping and we're gonna show you how to get these window motors out of these doors. And as you can see, like I was telling you guys, how the car was white. You can see from the inside now. So, but we're gonna get these door windows out, and I'm gonna show you the easiest way to get these bolts out for the motors. All right, guys, I'll be back. All right, guys, so we're back, and we're about to knock out this window, and I had to make a Harbor Freight run. So the first things you're gonna need: a big screwdriver. Now, I had a small mini pry bar I cannot find. Had it before I went to the store. I cannot find it. It's the story of my life. You're going to need a 1-inch hole saw. Some washers. Because you need to move your hole saw out so your pilot doesn't stick out real far. And you need a 13mm ratchet. Impact, whatever. You don't have to use the impact. It's just fast for me to do this way. So what you're gonna do is first you have to make sure the window is all the way up. This window's not all the way up because I had it down, and this is actually far as it will go. As you can see, let's see. So that's all the way up. Then it gets here. Then you hear it. I don't think that's the regulator. The regulator looks pretty good from what I can see. I think it's something with the motor. But so we're going to change the motor first and then see what we got going on. So let me cut that off. But first, you gotta make sure you put the window all the way up. Okay. All right. And let's get that noise out of here. All right, you got two holes here. One here, one here. You have your crash bar back here. You want to take your lower hole, stick your big screwdriver. A small one not going to work. And that's why I like my pry bar. But if you go in an angle with a decent size one, wedge it in there like that, as you saw. Now, to get these bolts out, I've seen people do some crazy stuff, and I ain't doing that. Never have, not going to. Easy way to change these motors is, first, you have to actually unhook these. But what I'll do is I'll unhook it once I get the motor loose. But if you come over to your door, you got 3 indentions. You got a circle and 2 indentions. These are 3 bolt holes that hold your motor on. You can take those out without going through the door, which makes it so lovely. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your your 1-inch hole saw, put your pilot in one of them holes, and drill. And it's starting to. You got to be kind of careful. And you got to make sure that your pilot is not too long. I probably need one more washer on this thing because I'm hitting the head of the bolt. But as you saw, I done already drilled through it. And you probably can get away without a pilot, actually. We may try that. But you get the gist. Make sure the pilot does not stick out far. Super small stick out. If you can get away with not using a pilot, don't use one. Because as you see right there, see how it's the top of the bolt? It's not hurting anything. But it started at the top of the boat because it's too long. What you want to do is you want to get this one here. And then an actual circle here. And I'll come back, guys, once I get these drilled out, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like. Alright, now that you got all 3 holes, see how it exposes all 3 bolts perfect. It doesn't, make it look bad or anything. Let it get its focus. You got 3 perfect holes. Now all you want to do is pull these 3 out. Motor will fall down. If you can get through here with your hand, pull it up, unplug it, put your new one in, put these 3 right back, and you're good to go. That's all you got to do is change the motor. So let's see if we can get this out. That's 1. Oh, 1 out already. 2 out. I dropped that one, but it'll be alright. It's right on the ground. And 3. And if you want, get you a magnet. Oh boy. And oh, there's the other one. Gotta get you guys on a tripod here. But so they're 3 perfectly out. Boom. Saw the motor fall? Motor is out, G. Boom. Now, all you got to do, look at that. Look at that there. Look at that there. Look how easy that was, guys. Unplug it, and it will slide out through there. Boom. We're going to get the new one in, and then we're going to see if we fix this door, and then we're going to move on to the next. Same process, but that is how you get to the 3 bolts that hold the window motor in on a G-body, specifically the Buick Regal. The same doors on the Monte Carlo, if I'm not mistaken. And that's how you get it out the easy way. Not all fishing down here, taking bolts out, and yada, yada, yada. All right, guys, I'm out. It's your boy Jordy B. We'll be back with another video.